Weapons hot and one-liners at the ready, recruits. This ain't just some summer blockbuster vacation. This is the real deal. You've been chosen as part of an elite task force for the month of action. Now when those bullets start to fly and everything around you is up in flames, don't you lose your nerve. Remember who you are. You're the toughest, craziest, most resourceful sons of bitches to ever lace them up. We don't wait for backup and we damn sure don't retreat. Now strap your asses in and get ready for the drop. Oh, and one more thing. Before you pull that trigger, tell them John Mortis sent you.
This video contains explicit material not suitable for children.
The time is 5 minutes to 12, midnight. There is no more darkness.
Shrunkzilla! Starring the Shrunken Head.
Welcome, everyone, back to After Hours Cinema Review with Anna and Pete, or AHCRAP for short. Captain, welcome back.
Captain.
It has not been that long since I've seen you, sir.
Look,
Did we forget what day it was?
I don't know what day it is. I've been on a bender. It's the 4th of July. It's a month of action. I've just
Eagly got his raise, so y'all
Eagly got his raise. Jeez Louise. Can't believe Charlie bent a knee to that foul creature. I get it.
That's a wonderful way to put it, bent the knee. Oh, he's going to hate that.
No, I know. That's why we're here, because he doesn't know this is happening, is he?
I know. Surprise. Everyone. It's a surprise for everyone. You all are probably wondering why in the world you're getting a new episode notification this late at night. But since I got the month of action pick and I got to torture Pete with Armageddon, oh dear. I was like, you
beard
know what?
all over myself.
Beard.
Dave would be so proud of me right now.
I was like, you know what? In honor of month of action, and also just like a little surprise. And as long as Pete's got time, let's also do a Pete action pick for month of action. And here we are. Pete, tell everyone what you picked, because we ended Armageddon like we were going into August. So it's a surprise.
We were. We're still gonna we're still gonna watch The Believers in August. Don't you worry about that.
Yep.
But for funsies, we're doing our first women in prison exploitation movie. Oh boy, this is the Roger Corman production company and a Jack Hill directed movie. This here is the sequel to the seminal women in prison movie, The Big Dollhouse. This is The Big Birdcage with Sid Haig and Pam Grier.
Pam Grier, yes. Woo! Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I did not realize this was a sequel. I know you enjoy the women in prison movies. They're
ironically, this is not something this is not a kink of mine. Okay. I have you know, that's what we're here for at After Hours, right? It's not like women in prison movies. You know, this is so much fun. No. This I enjoy these ironically because they are so fabulously ridiculous, and there are. Some of these are really good revenge movies. This one is not something that I would call good, but oh boy, it's a lot of fun.
It's fun, yeah. So you kind of answered why you brought it here. Had you seen this before? Like how many times had you?
This is a movie I used to brew maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 times a month, and I had aspirations of being a professional brewer, so I was really honing my craft. And I would just throw a movie on in the background just to have some noise to listen to. And I was like, what's this big bird? Oh, Sid Haig. Oh, Pam Grier. I love Pam Grier. These guys are great. This looks like a really dumb movie. And I put it in. By God, it was. But there are lots of boobs and there's lots of explosions. It fits the month of action perfectly because of the explosions and the dying and the red Crayola blood.
It's so red.
Oh my God. So this is, women in prison movies, as I was a younger person, I always thought, oh, these are going to be bad. They're going to be gross. They're going to be so exploitative of the women. And yes, all those things are correct. This one does take it firmly tongue in cheek. Director Jack Hill, who did the big dollhouse, or no, I think it was just the dollhouse regardless. It's that was kind of played more straight as far as these kind of movies are concerned. This one is definitely a parody. They are definitely going for laughs in this movie.
For sure.
A lot of language, a lot of nudity, actually not as much nudity as other women in prison movies.
There's titties flopping out of shirts.
There's titties all over the place. Mud wrestling and titties, baby.
Yeah, because before, like when I was first watching it, like before I could kind of get my footing and I guess really get it, I was like, am I supposed to think this is funny? Like, because this is played, like a lot of it is played kind of Inspector Clouseau-y, like in a way. Like Sid Haig
for sure
gave me that Inspector Clouseau vibe a few times when he was off doing stuff on his own. I was like, this is, I don't know, this is a weird feel. But then by the end of it, Lord, especially toward the end, one part, I was like, what?
There's a lot of ham. Like these actors are hamming it up. I don't mean ham as in meat. I mean like they're hamming it up. They are enjoying themselves as much as they can in this ridiculously oppressive Filipino heat. This was shot on location in either Taiwan or the Philippines. It's in the far the far east or west.
Believe it would be
far East Asia area is where, not west. Anywho,
it's hot.
It's very, very hot. And Jack Hill wasn't the nicest person out there, so some of these gals didn't have a very good experience. Our friend, the very tall blonde gal, this was one of 2 movies that she's ever done. I think she looked obscenely tall because of how short the women were, and the men for that matter were in this movie. Sid Haig was the only other guy that was well over 6 feet tall. She was a solid 6 foot.
Yeah, she's about my height. I'm 5'11". I was thinking that. I was like, her and I are probably about the same height. Everybody else is just way short.
I think her torso is average, but her limbs are long like legs. A spider. She is a long-limbed individual. And she didn't have a great time film in this movie. There's a scene late in the movie where you kind of see where that wasn't a lot of fun for her to do. So I feel bad for some of the conditions that these women were doing. I'm not going to stand on a soapbox saying, oh, this is too exploitative. The movie is what it is. It was 72, I think. 1972, early 70s. So this comes out of the Roger Corman vehicle, merry-go-round of directors. Jack Hill went to school with Francis Ford Coppola. So the director of this film sat side by side with Coppola, and they both joined the Roger Corman school of learn how to make movies with me. Yeah, filmmaking. Thank you very much. Yeah. And Coppola went off to go get his stupid Oscars and whatever.
Make more prestige films. Jack Hill wanted to make the smut like we like.
He's Jack Hill is a spirit animal of, I think, of AHCRAP here. I think we're going to see more of his stuff in the future.
For sure. I agree. I love Pam Grier. I wore my Reservoir Dogs shirt tonight.
Oh, yes.
Jackie Brown and Tarantino, even though he's on my shit list lately. But
why is he not ever on a shit list? I mean,
that dude I really like a lot of his movies, but his attitude here lately, I don't like it.
It's pretty shit. Yep, it really is.
I really like how just in your face and in charge Blossom is, who is Pam Grier's character.
Oh my God.
And it's so I have since we watched Spider Baby, On that episode, Sid Haig's in that, and I had never seen Sid Haig young. And I believe on the episode, I realized that somebody I work with looks just like him. And now I was watching this and I was like, God bless, I cannot see my coworker. And I showed it to somebody. I was like, did they not look like this person? They're like, oh my God, he does. So then now that's all I think of, which is not a bad thing or anything. But I just really like how she's in charge, for lack of better words. Like he definitely still wears the pants, but she's got way more pull than I think even he realizes, especially in the beginning. You know what I mean?
He's the man, but she's running the show.
He's the bronze, but he's not the brains.
For sure.
She's definitely got the brain. Because they're revolutionaries, and that's what he keeps talking about in that one scene. And she's like, well, when are we going to start this revolution that you were talking about? And he's like, party tonight and we'll start the revolution tomorrow, or whatever the phrase is. And I was like, so he's somebody who's just like a con living off
he's absolutely. And when he wakes up in the morning, he's like, oh baby, I'm too hungover to start a revolution, let's do it tomorrow. That's the guy Sid Haig is in this movie. And he's got like a whole army. It might not be a big army, but he's got a whole army of revolutionites
or revolutionaries.
Yeah. So he's got a whole group of followers, and they're all like, let's start this. And his followers are way smarter than he is, clearly.
Yeah.
They even reference the French Revolution. He's like, the what?
Yeah. And I believe they're native to that area.
He was definitely a foreigner. I would say even Pam Grier is a foreigner, because they were all had some Asian heritage to them. And like I'm blanking on exactly where this was filmed, the Philippines or Taiwan. I'm not real sure, but there's a lot of mixed race in here. Like there's
that for the 70s. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. There's like the one guard, the captain of the prison camp is German. And then his one guard looks European of some sort, or maybe American, and then the other guy's definitely Asian. So there's all this mix. Even the prisoners are a vast mix.
Yep.
They all have, I think all the English native speakers have American accents, whereas the Asians all in it speak pretty gosh darn good English, frankly. I mean, it's not, they're not unfamiliar with the English language. But yeah, women in prison movie. Here we go. Is this your first women in prison movie, Anna?
I mean, movie, maybe. I watched Orange is the New Black when it first came out, that show, and I watched true crime about women serial killers and things like that. So, but I mean, I almost wonder, like, so our main lady ends up at this club with this
Talk about Terry, the Caucasian.
Yes. Yeah. In the red dress. I blanked on a lot of their names.
Yeah. They don't call each other by their name very often. So I got it pulled up here outside of Blossom. This is Terry. Anita Ford, by the way. She was one of Barker's beauties. She was on The Price is Right.
Yes. I heard that.
How about that? Yeah.
Price is Right. But she winds up at the club where Blossom and Django are playing in a band, and they're there to rob the place, and then Django just throws Terry over his shoulder and gets in the car and leaves, and then he makes a joke about how he's gonna rape her. And I was like, in like the first 10 minutes, I was like, did I hear that right? And then they're just joking about it, and she's like, oh, you can't rape me, I like sex. I was like,
whoa,
what?
So a lot of problems with this movie, and this is one of them for sure.
Terry is very much she's gonna kind of go where the money's at and where the accolades are at.
Opportunist, I think.
She's opportunist. That's a perfect word. Thank you.
And she uses her feminine wiles to get what she wants and where she wants to go.
She absolutely does. And when she walks into the club, we hear one of the guys whisper, "Oh, that's the guy that got the prime minister almost in a gunfight." So she's with all these big, powerful men, and she's pissing a lot of them off. So after this whole scuffle happens in the club, Django like they get cornered on a bridge, like cops coming in both sides. Well, he jumps ship, literally jumps out of the car and into the water and leaves her hanging. So she not only, like, when they catch her, she gets pinned for everything that happens at the club because she was with Django. So they think they're in cahoots. And then they find out all the other stuff she's been doing. So then they take women who are in trouble with the law pretty much to this camp with the big bird cage, where it's a big sugar mill that pushes all the
sugar cane,
pushes all
separates the cane from the sugar. Yep.
Yes. So she's now there kind of by accident, all because of Django and Blossom. And then that's where we spend a lot of the movie. Like, Django and Blossom pop up in the middle, and then it isn't until the third act where she comes and kind of joins the camp and the ladies.
Yeah, Pam Grier gets the headliner. She is the star of this movie.
Right.
And she's not in it very long. If she's in it for 40 minutes, that's a long time.
Exactly. Yeah.
This Terry
Anitra Ford.
Anitra Ford, thank you. She's the main prisoner in this movie.
Yeah.
Because we are focused on her this entire film. I don't know much about Anitra. I don't know if this was her first film. I thought she did a great job. I thought they all did a great job. That was very, very funny. But we don't get our stars, but for maybe the last third of the movie. And who's going to sell tickets at the drive-in? Pam Grier and Sid Haig. That's who's selling tickets.
Yeah.
Also the women in prison aspect of this whole thing.
The aspect of titties.
That is, yeah.
And then so what happens is, so Django and Blossom just think, okay, they're not even giving that woman another thought, basically. Like, Terry is someone who just got caught up.
Forget about her entirely. Yep.
Yeah, they totally forget about her. So, like, they're just kind of a side story for the most part until they decide that they need more women in their revolution, in the revolution they're starting.
There's one gal in this entire camp, and she belongs, quote, to Sid Haig. Blossom and Sid Haig are a couple.
She's
and all the other boys she's the first lady. All the other boys, they want a piece too, and they're not going to get a piece of Blossom, I promise. No. Blossom won't let it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's not Sid, it's Blossom.
She might not be able to take down Django, but I think she could take down the rest of them other guys. And that's why she's first lady.
Right.
So then she gets caught, so she gets imprisoned there at the camp, so she can pretty much get other women to join their revolution. And then Sid shows up to bust them out.
Well, you jumped over a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's what happens.
Those are the breadcrumbs.
Yes, those are breadcrumbs. Sid sends Pam Grier into the camp to recruit these women. And then chaos ensues. Women break free. Lots of people die. And I think the people get women.
I don't know. That's still questionable.
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks at the end of this movie.
and there is a lot of, like, I will say, like, by the end of this movie, the women that do die, like, because of all the lulls through the rest of the movie of them talking, when a few of them die at the end, I'm like, oh man, she died. Because of the time we spend with them, because a lot of this is talky. It's very talky. And it's not until the third act that we actually get like a bunch of action and stuff. I will say there is that one girl who falls off the big bird cage, and she gets like her hands caught in the wheels, and she's just hanging there.
There's these gears that are turning, and she has to, like, one of the other girls pushes her off because she was a snitch or something, ?
Yeah.
And she grabs a hold of the gears, and the gears connect, and probably should have chopped her hands off, but we don't have budget for that.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was awful. Like, oh my God, your hands are cut off at the wrist, and she falls to her death. And that was one of the more gruesome gruesome ones we saw. And these movies are done on a budget, a severe budget. It's a Roger Corman movie, right? So these women are painted with Crayola red blood, and you're supposed to think that, yeah, okay, there's a wound there. Like there's one girl that falls on a knife later on in the movie, and her belly is just smeared with red dye.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's not a wound on it at all, so not even an attempt to show like some sort of a slice in it. No, it's just, I want to die, she screams.
And there's a whole plethora of different kinds of women in this prison, because we have our main group of prisoners, but then we also have a group that's kind of in the hole, for lack of better words. Their idea of like a prison hole is a cage.
They're
with
solitary
hay.
for ones that they can't control. I think these women have snapped and are emotionally and physically uncontrollable, because they don't have their faculties to them anymore. They've lost their minds, and that's what this solitary is. And we see, like, Terry had this girlfriend, sort of, like she tried to start there a lot of loose threads in this movie, but we keep going back to this other guy gets thrown into this solitary confinement with other women that look crazies.
Crazies.
Oh no, I'm gonna get so much hate mail.
It'll be okay. In the spirit of the movie, we can laugh.
In the spirit of the movie, if you all will please follow along. So there is a separate cage for these women that are uncontrollable. The ones that just they are not going to conform to any sort of work schedule. They are a danger to themselves and others, so they have been placed in solitary confinement with each other.
With each other. And this whole camp really is set up like a prison without the bars. And it's basically a summer camp. It's got like cabins kind of set up with bamboo. They're not even like locked in cages, except for the ones in the solitary confinement.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like they could open the front door and just walk through the jungle, depending upon how far the next town is, right?
Yeah, and we kind of see how deep they are in the jungle. Like once shit goes down at the end, like we see that it's not just they can just run a couple miles to the road and hitchhike a ride. Like they're in the jungle. It's going to be a ways out. But my question is, like, why did none of them think to band together until it took Blossom trying to bust everybody out to do it? Because at the end, when they put all their brains together and they've got mirrors and picture frames in their cabin, they start breaking glass, like stuff that would not be in a prison. They're breaking stuff and making shanks and all that. And I'm just like, why could y'all have not put them in like in a fence? I know I'm trying to think for the prison guards here, but to me, I'm just saying, I don't know, this prison doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, it's, I like your summer camp reference. It really is like, okay, girls, time for bed. And they all get in there and they get catty. They get catty with each other. There's so much cattiness, if that's the word, in this movie. Like, oh my God, you're all in this together. I guess if you're sexually frustrated and physically exhausted and mentally drained, I guess the only emotion you have left is anger towards ridiculous anger towards somebody else. And maybe that's part of the part of what the guards are thinking. Like, if we keep them busy and exhausted and tired and hungry, because they're all skinny, so they're definitely hungry. Like we're like way too skinny.
They're not feeding them enough.
No. So maybe that's not allowing them to think straight. I'm trying to explain something that probably isn't explainable, because this is a movie, and the reason they didn't do it is because this is a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But it's just questions I ask when I'm,
Oh yeah, no, they're great questions. Like, why are you getting so, the shorter gal and the very tall gal have this anger towards each other, and you'd never know what it is. Like, what did you do? What did one of you do to the other to afford this really visceral anger towards each other? Because they're always just barking at each other.
Yeah. And even to the point where we see them snapping at each other, but then toward the latter half of the movie, she's lubing up with chicken fat, stark naked in the showers, and just takes off running bare ass naked
with these limbs that are something out of.
She's doing the fucking Naruto weapons.
Oh yeah.
Butt naked.
Oh,
we need to add that one to the list for the runs like this.
She's 6 feet tall. Everyone she bowls over is 4 or 5 inches shorter than she is. Like, they must have cast everybody around this woman to make her look like she's 8 feet tall, because she looks like she's 8 feet tall.
For that one scene.
She just flying through and stepping as carefully, like she's running, quotes. But she's watching her step because it's the jungle.
And they're all barefoot. It's like they capture them and take their shoes away.
Right. And she's just bowling guards over left and right. It's such this isn't a booby thing for me. This is a ridiculous Looney Tunes thing for me, where there's this ridiculously tall person is just mowing people over just indiscriminately.
Do you know what music would go great behind that?
Yakety sax, or what else?
No, this fucking bumbling cop music they play on Halloween 4 and 5 when the cop goes.
I like that a lot. I like that better than yakety sax. That's
and this is what kills me too about this whole fucking scene, is that it's like she's suiting up for battle.
She really is. Where did you get all that chicken fat? Why do you say chicken fat? Like,
so she takes off running, air quotes. We hear a girl say, we can't get a hold of her. She runs all this way to where they're working in the river, gathering coconuts. And she's high stepping in this water to get over to this girl. And she does nothing to her. We see her, and I was like, I want to see at least if she does something. And no, we see her arm go up like this twice. You did all that work for nothing. That anger is just still built right back up inside of you.
Probably tired by the time she got there.
That's a long way.
Ran a long way.
High step through water.
Those legs don't move themselves. I mean,
at least she doesn't have the weight of clothing weighing her down.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. all the clothes these women wear through this entire movie. Yeah. Whew, goodness gracious. Like,
it's like a napkin.
Really weighed them down. All the clothes that they were wearing through this entire film.
Eyeglass cleaning cloth.
If that,
with
right.
Some string.
I did. Speaking of clothes, one of the things that made me laugh early on in the movie. So Sid Haig jumps out of this car and lets Terry, Anitra Ford, get captured by the cops. And he has to walk back to his revolutionary camp. And he starts by walking, and he's got a shirt and jeans supposedly on. And a little bit further, he's got a snag in this shirt, in this sleeve, and he's got a snag in that sleeve. Another scene, he's shredded as if he had walked through a reaper or a paper shredder. Like, his clothes looks like a Benny Hill skit where a bomb exploded in his hands, and his shirt sleeves and pant legs are bananaed, right?
Bananaed. And then he pulls that fish out of his trousers, out of the front too. It's like a joke, like, it's not that big. It was just a fish.
Just a fish. Then he hits Pam Grier with a chicken or a goose, and they go in for the mud wrestling.
Yeah, she's like, "You been out."
One of 2 mud wrestling scenes in this movie, by the way.
Because one's never enough. You got
never enough.
Well, on that note, should we take an intermission?
Do we have to?
Yes. I think
Okay,
you need
let's do
another
it.
drink.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Ready for a close encounter you may not be able to handle. Female mud wrestling and oil wrestling at the world-famous Hollywood Tropicana, where some of the most beautiful girls from TV and motion pictures collide for the most outrageous evening of entertainment everybody's talking about. Great for singles, small groups, and couples. Bachelor parties, the Hollywood Tropicana is famous for them. Female mud wrestling and oil wrestling, an outrageous evening of fun 7 nights a week, located at 1250 Northwestern Avenue in Hollywood. Try something unique, the Hollywood Tropicana.
I'm Pam Grier, and this is Soul Flicks.
Uh-oh, get down time, y'all.
Calling all the cool cats and bad mama jams. Want to get down with the foxiest of them all?
That's right, baby.
I'm personally inviting you to experience the baddest black cinema in the land.
Aren't you the lucky one?
Stream all the action for free on the all-new Soul Flicks. That's Pam Grier's Soul Flicks. You dig?
And we're back. Beer.
There's not a lot to say about this movie that will make it anything more than what it was intended to be.
Yeah, it's not anything. It's a 70s, like
70s drive-through exploitation movie about women in prison.
There you go.
Take those words into account when you watch this movie. When, not if, you watch this movie, because that's exactly what you're going to get. And at the end, you get some of the most probably unregulated bad idea explosions you've ever seen in a movie.
It's insane. That's just the level of, listen, the way people used to make movies back in the day.
Oh my God.
I respect the hell out of them, because going back to the scenery and just the setting and stuff, like, yeah, it might have been a low budget movie, but they're on location. They're able to go to these places and film without having to go through 6 months worth of documents and lawyers and approvals to film there. And
there were no permits out there.
Yeah, just no permits, go out, guerrilla filmmaking, do whatever you want. Like, that's what I love about these old movies. That's what it feels like. And then when Django shows up, so we also need to mention that all of the guards in this camp are gay.
Yes, and that is to the advantage of the prison, because you have a whole bunch of scantily clad, beautiful women that are looking for a lay. Like, these women say a number of times, if I could just get laid, I could tolerate this place.
They're
right. The blonde, the short blonde is like, if I could just get a good lay every once in a while, I think I could take this.
Amen, sister.
Right. So these guards have no interest, and it's played for a joke through the whole movie. Like, hey, big boy, do you see anything you like? And she'll shake her covered, at this point, tits at him. And he's like, gross.
Nothing you have wants to get it up, or
right.
Like
I don't have anything that would get up for you.
Yes, the very first interaction with that one, like the main guard we see him with, they make like 6 gay jokes back to back, and I'm like, okay, so this guy's gay. Thanks for letting me know and drilling that.
I got it. Thanks.
I got it. But honestly,
I didn't get it the last time. Now I got it.
I got it by the 6th time. But going back to just being in the 70s, I think that's interesting. You know,
sure.
Normally in an exploitation movie like that, you'd have a prison full of horny men who are ready to take any women they want, whether they want it or not.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the gross thing. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, and they're all gay. That's so interesting, especially for the time. So now we've got an N for Django. So he plays up his femininity quite a bit in order to get in. And I'm like, man, Sid Haig, I love you, man. He's great.
In today's standards, it's really offensive what he's doing.
It is.
Take this. Remember what I said?
Yeah.
1970s exploitation, women in prison movie with gay guards. Okay. Now watch it and enjoy it, please.
Yeah. And also you have to just take into account the fact that he's a criminal. So he's got a criminal mindset. If he's going to kill and rape and do whatever, he's going to pretend to be a homosexual to get what he wants.
My question to you is, do you think he went all the way? He infiltrates, but he says something later on in the movie that was very interesting. So Django presents himself as a homosexual man and picks up the main guard and then is brought to the prison, and he's vouched for by this main guard. It's like, yeah, he's cool. Please hire him. We need another guy to be a prison guard. And Django is hamming it up. Boy, I've said that a number of times. He is playing his part to sell that he is also a homosexual. Later on in the film, when he meets Pam Grier for the first time in the camp, right? He knows she's in there, but this is the first time they have an interaction. And she says, "Oh, you're here. When are we going to break out?" He's like, "In the morning, baby. You have no idea what I've gone through to get to this point." And that line said to me, either he's either just like, "Oh, I've reduced myself to acting like a homosexual," or has he, to sell his role, has he gone through it? Has he gone through the act? I don't care one way or the other, but that was a very interesting line.
That's very interesting. Honestly, and the way Sid Haig plays this character, it could be either way, honestly, because
he's hitting on both guards.
Yeah.
Like hitting on both of them. There is definitely a come here. Oh, get away. Come here.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks that he might take it up right to that point and then knock the guy out to where he could get away, which is kind of what happens anyways, a little bit. But then there's a part of me that thinks that, yeah, I mean, if he is that desperate, people who are desperate will do crazy things. So if he is that desperate to not only take Pam Grier out of it, but to get his lady, not only that, but to start a revolution and continue the life he's living, like he's going to do anything he needs to do to get it done. So
more power to him. I mean, if that's what you have to do to get your goals, I guess you do that. But
I could be a little foul and say, like, if he was receiving, some men in prison, if we're looking at it that way,
what
we're getting into some territory here.
I mean, I suppose the easy thing is saying a good blowjob will get you pretty far
in life.
Get you pretty far in life, and that might be a little less invasive than what you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think?
What do I think he went all the way. Now, whether he went all the way, whether it was a good blowjob or whether it was anal sex, I don't know. I don't know which way, but I maybe just a hand job. Maybe he's like, I don't quite know you yet. I got to get to know you, and let's just do some over the clothes stuff, just to get to know each other a little better. But I think the guard that he quote seduces really goes to the warden and says, this guy is okay. I give him my full confidence. He is going to be just fine in this role. And that's pretty confident. And unless you've maybe gotten some, I'm not sure if you're so confident.
That's a good way to put it. That's very interesting.
You have reciprocated. You have earned. You have slept your way into a guard position, essentially. And I don't know what part of the sleeping. I mean, there was some sort of play going on. That's what I think. And I only that what he said to Pam Grier late in the movie, what the things that I did to get here, that's what really made me change my mind. Like it was like, oh, he's just playing with these guys. He's just leading them on. He's teasing them.
I missed that comment too, and that's what it made me think that.
Yeah. So when he was talking through the window, remember she got injured or something?
Yeah, he's talking to. Yeah. Okay, he mentions it there. Okay, I must have missed that part. But so this part at the end right here, when I tell you my jaw was on the floor.
Oh, which one? Let's see.
So,
it wasn't where they were hanging Terry up by her hair.
Oh, we do need to mention that though. That was gnarly. Like
no shit.
Their form of punishment, and like, you know, we're gonna make you hang here for a day or two, and they hang her by her ponytail from a rod. Like she's being hanged pretty much, but instead of her neck, it's her hair. Her hair's tied in a knot around the post.
They slowly pull her up so that her hair doesn't rip out of her scalp, and then
that was nice of them.
Hey, well, how can you have her hang there for days if your hair is out of your scalp? I mean, come on. Yeah, you got to think about these things, Anna.
I know.
And another favorite of mine is that, as she's on a harness, right? She's not really up in the air by her hair, right? But it looks very convincing.
It does.
And as they raise her up, she's coming up, and then, you know, gravity and the breeze and whatever else, her body starts to move, and the main guard goes, oh, and straightens her body so the camera doesn't see the harness that's on her back. Like her body slowly does this, right? Right, just moves a little to the left or the right, I forget which way. And the guard looks up and goes, oh, and just steadies her so that her front side, not her harness side, is showing to the camera. Bro, that's good acting right there.
It is. Yeah, that's seizing an opportunity.
Good awareness. Yeah.
Thank you. Awareness, spatial awareness, understanding everything that's going on and the bigger picture. Hell yeah. Yep. I need to go back just to see that, because I did not catch it.
Oh, you just need to go back and watch this movie.
I know. I'm just going to have to. So this ending, after all this shit goes down, like Django does bash him on the head, one of the guards, or in the nuts, I should say.
Yeah, it is. It's a great nut shot.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, he hit me down there." I laughed at that, down there, because they are like, these guards with the warden. They do act very kid-like, especially when they're begging him to let Django join the team. They look like little kids begging their dad for something. So everything's going down. The women have already got their plan. They're shanking up. And they capture our main guard that we've been with most of the movie.
They sure do.
And they hold him down.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
And one of them makes a joke about how, I didn't realize what was happening at first. And then one of them makes a joke about how, you're not going to be able to get it hard. And Carla, the little blonde that's been so hunky through this whole movie,
take care of that,
goes, oh, I can watch. We see her head go out of frame. I was like, wait. So no. So listen. My thought was, they're going to chop his dick off. They need to have it hard, because that's better than a flaccid one, you know, just gravity. So
it's gravity.
So then she sits back up. She's got a grin on, and all the girls are like, Like, so then she raises up, and I was like, oh, what?
She turns around and goes, I'm first.
Yes. And I was like, what? And she rapes him.
She sure does.
You heard that right. She sits on it and starts going to town.
Anna, but there's more.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Please continue.
You elaborate.
So through the entire movie, these homosexual guards are, it's like the women are made of slime. Like they don't want to touch them. They're so, this is a really exaggerated rendition of homosexual. It's not
accurate. Yeah.
Not in the least. Everybody loves boobies,
Yes,
I'll stand on that hill.
I will too. I'm right
Yeah,
there.
right. Yep. So, but they're like, oh, any of them that just comes onto them for fun, they're like, "Ugh," they're about to throw up. They're showering in front of them, and these guys are just like, whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
So she goes down on him and arouses him because that's what happens.
Yeah.
Penises have their own minds. It's just a thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. But he is in his brain. He's like, this is disgusting. This is gross. They're violating me. They're raping me, right?
Raped him,
and he's screaming bloody murder. Blah, blah, blah. And the girl on top of him, enjoying her time, says, would somebody shut him up?
It's so bad.
It's somebody, please shut him up. And you think, okay, they're gonna shove a cloth or a towel in his mouth so he goes, that. Nope. One of the other gals goes, I'll shut him up, hikes her skirt up and sits right on his face.
She's braver than I am. You got an angry man.
Somebody's gonna do some nibbling that you don't want done. Yeah.
Not the good kind.
And then and he's still screaming as it's like, ow!
And it's going, ooh.
And then you see the expression on her face, like, oh, I kind of like that.
I mean, a mouth muffle does give like a vibrating sensation.
I mean, you're motorboating, right? At that point, or
Oh, we're awful, Pete. This is why we have
this is a human being getting raped, and you and I are laughing.
I know. See, dude, I had that realization earlier because if it was the other way around, we would not be laughing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I know. I'm bad.
This is played for this is played for a lark. This is played for jokes. It is,
but because of the time, it's kind of hard to get the joke and not take it that seriously. Like this same thing kind of happens, not to this extreme, but in Horrible Bosses with Jennifer Aniston going after Charlie Day and violating him throughout that whole movie. But it's a comedy movie. Oh yeah, dude. It's one of my favorite comedies. It is fucking hilarious. But that whole movie, that's the same thing. She's violating him, and it's because it's in a comedy movie where we know it's a joke and we're meant to laugh. Sometimes these older movies, it's hard, it's hard to really understand. Like I said when I first watched it, should I laugh? Like, are they playing this for a joke? Because I did watch this through twice, so the first time I was really unsure. But yeah, I mean, it's just part of the time. But I do feel like I'm part of the problem.
Part of me is like, you should not be laughing at this. Nothing about rape one way or the other is funny at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
The sign of the times, though, this is like the 70s. No, men don't get raped, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Very true.
Bad boys don't get raped. Boys love this stuff or whatever. An aggressive woman. Well,
Back then, people would think that even if a guy said he was gay, if a woman did that to him, he would enjoy it.
People would say like, "Oh, he enjoyed that. It's fine. It's fine."
Yeah,
and it's not. It really isn't. But yes, we're terrible people.
We're so bad.
We're so bad.
Please send all your angry emails to Give Me Back My Podcast at gmail.com.
At charlie.com.
Yeah, just message Charlie. He'll take all the hate mail.
Charlie at Give Me Back My Action. That's my email.
I do have to say, let's get off the subject.
Yeah.
So then like the prison reinforcements show up because they realize, okay, these bitches, they're throwing down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit's going down. Yep.
This ending part right here, just the way it's set up in the camp and I don't know, it felt like the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Oh, well said.
When that's going down at the end, I was like,
my God, that's so 100% right. Because there are explosions. Like, where are these all explosions coming from?
What is connected to this hut that's going to make it blow up?
Why
they have gas in there?
You have like you have shards of glass and a couple of guns. Why is that blowing up? I don't get it, and I don't care.
I know. It's just explosion. Yay.
Oh my
That's what
God.
month of action is.
The end of this movie would make Charlie's heart sing. There's a lot of things that would not make his heart sing in this, in this movie, but the end of, like, we should just show him the end of this movie. Like, hey, Charlie, watch this. Watch the last 15 minutes of this movie. These women are breaking out of prison. This is the greatest movie I should ever see. Hey, don't watch none of the rest of the movie, okay?
Just don't watch the rest. Don't watch it. I was really surprised to see that this was not somewhere for free on YouTube. Like, of all movies recently I've covered with you or somewhere else, I've been able, if it's older, I've been able to find it for free on YouTube. This
it's
one
not on Tubi. It's not on YouTube, but it's on Amazon. And so is The Big Dollhouse.
They own the rights to it somehow.
Yep.
Amazon does. Yep.
I don't know if it's a Corman thing or it's got to be a production company thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is.
Thank God it's there.
Yeah, the one girl that sits on the guard's face, she kind of reminded me of not necessarily looks wise, but just character wise of PJ Souls and Carrie.
Oh, so nice. Yeah.
Like just the way she's like the tomboy kind of girl,
Very
you know.
much so.
That's kind of the vibe she gave me. She dies. She was one I was like, oh man, she got it. She was one that had a lot of speaking roles in the main, or speaking lines.
She was the main, if I may say, she was the main bitch at the beginning. She was the house mother at the very beginning. Like she was running everything until Terry came in. And then of course when Blossom came in, when Pam Grier came in, she just kind of took over. She literally got up at lunchtime and said, bitches, this place is mine. And two people challenged her and she kicked both their asses.
That's what would happen in a prison. I mean, regardless of sex for that matter, male or female. I mean, somebody wants to come in and say they're cock of the walk. Well, then you better fight the other big cock at the top of that ladder. And that's what she did.
Who comes out?
Won. So she's cock of the walk now.
Yep.
But so, and I guess it kind of goes back to what we were talking about with, you know, Pam Grier and Sid Haig are getting people to the drive-in. They're getting people to the movies. They're the headliners. But then when they do show back up, they're the ones that, like, we don't, once they get lost in the jungle and Django gets shot and dies, like, we don't see Blossom again. We don't see.
Somebody threw a grenade at her. And I didn't think. We don't know.
Okay, yeah. I do remember the grenade, but it also, I don't know, it didn't look like a very big explosion. So I was like, oh, she's okay.
She may have lived.
So I thought she lived and just like went off to escape, you know, once she realized that Django was dead.
But yeah, it's the last we see of them. I mean, they were out of the movie.
Yeah.
And we followed this blonde and Terry and a couple of others through the rest of it. And they have escaped and they've got some munitions. They've got a couple of guns and they're being pursued by the dogs. And because they've got these big, beautiful German shepherds that apparently were real military dogs. So
I could tell those were trained. Those were like police dogs.
Beautiful dogs. But yes, strong and dangerous in the right circumstance. So they were being chased by what was left of the guards and these dogs or the militia or whatever. And Anna, they go through some real shit here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is when we realize, like, once they get away, like, they're in the jungle. They're not just close to some road where they can hitch a ride. Like, they've got some trekking to do, and none of them have shoes on, Pete.
None of them.
None of them. How are you going to hike through the jungle?
You don't. You will. It's not if, it's when you're going to step on something that's going to slice your foot open, and then you're going to be infected, and then you're going to lose your foot or worse.
Yeah, this is like jungles that are untouched by man kind of jungles. You know, there's rocks as sharp as glass and it bugs that we don't get or see.
Speaking of rocks as sharp as glass, these women go over a large waterfall. I think some of them actually made this plunge.
Yeah, they did. That's why they're climbing out. That's what I took. The Terry and them.
Okay, the actors did, but I think I don't know if they had the budget for stunt people, but a couple of them went over this waterfall for realsies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. I didn't think of it like that.
They were like, okay, so the characters definitely all went over this waterfall, and that's where the short blonde breaks her leg.
Right. That's
Not that
why I
you
was.
see it, but she gets out of the water and says, my leg's broken.
Mhm.
But there was this beautiful waterfall and this strong current that pulled these women towards the waterfall. And I saw at least one body go over. And
Fuck.
I don't know if that was a person or a dummy or I don't even know. I don't even
They
know.
should have added a shot of a dummy.
Oh boy,
that would have made this a 10-er for you.
This movie would have been S-class movie if there was a dummy in it, right?
All it needs is a toupee. They should have put those on one of the prison guards, a toupee.
Oh
then it would have been gold stars.
The ending of this movie is a little Lord of the Rings where like just end the movie. Like it just keeps going and going a little bit. Like, okay,
It's
all right,
Armageddon part 2.
It's Armageddon, is what it is. Yes. This was in the goddamn movie.
Great pick, Pete.
It's not 2.5 hours long, friends. So
Yes,
this is a short
shorter.
watch. Yeah. At least an hour shorter.
Mhm.
But yeah, they trek through the jungle, they get away, and eventually they meet up with the rest of Sid Haig's militia or military.
Those were good dudes because they still stuck around and helped them out,
They
even
did.
though they were trying to be all positive, like, oh, Django and Blossom are off in the wind, living their life, probably fornicating somewhere, Yeah, like it's going back to just like that fucking mud wrestling. Once the fight's over, they just start making out and
They
screwing
go
right
to the
there.
shack, and there's like 3 guys behind the shack that you don't see that are shaking this building as these two are copulating inside the shack. It was amazing. Like right then and there, Anna, you should know. Oh, this is a comedy. I get it. Right then and there.
I know. I should have in hindsight. But yeah, they stick around and help Terry and the girl that she kind of took under her wing, the crazy. Those are the only 2 that survive. And they send them off on a boat pretty much to.
That's right. At the very end, they're like, oh, bye.
And they go off on the boat. Yeah. And then credits roll.
And the credits roll. Like they don't even say something like, oh, we'll send more people back to help with the revolution. Nope. They're just like, the peace out. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Very weird ending.
Abrupt. It was very
abrupt. Very abrupt. I mean, wait till I get the satellite fix and we'll watch some kung fu movies and talk about abrupt endings. Holy shit. I'll show you some shit. It's like, that's the end? What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Pete.
Yeah.
We should do our things here at the end.
I feel a little dirty making you watch this, but it was so much fun.
Can't be any more dirtier than I felt making you watch Crash.
That's a different kind of dirty, though. I mean, that was
true. Yeah, very true.
I don't want to say that was more. That was all very consensual, and that's not like this movie. There wasn't any unconsensual sex. Well, that's not true.
That's so not true.
How about you just not listen to me anymore? Let's get on with the things.
What are our things? Oh yeah.
Right. We're still learning our format, folks. We're having too much fun.
Would you recommend this movie?
100%. Y'all got to watch this movie because it is not taking itself seriously. If you want to watch, if you want to watch a serious women in prison movie, one that's like, oh, this is a little hard to watch. This is really serious, but the revenge in it is just so delicious. Female Prisoners 701 is a Japanese movie, and it's a really rough watch, especially the beginning. It's not a graphic rape, but there's definitely a rape in the beginning of the movie, and this child is born of revenge, and this child lives her whole life for revenge.
Oh damn.
And it's wait, that's Lady Snowblood. I'm sorry, that's Lady Snowblood. Women in that's Lady Snowblood. Yeah.
Now I'm really intrigued in that.
Yeah. So Female Prisoner 701 I think it's 7-1 Scorpion. It's on Tubi, by the way.
I think you've talked about this before.
Yeah, this is a women in prison movie that does not pull any punches. It is so this gal is betrayed by her boyfriend and accused of killing some yakuza and tossed in this prison, and she becomes the baddest of the badasses that have ever badassed their way through a fucking movie. And it is very violent, very naked. There's one sexual assault in it for sure. But outside of that, it's all just, oh, it's so gritty. It's such a dirty movie. Oof. It's hard to watch, but the revenge is so good in this one. So is Lady Snowblood. We'll get to, I got to fix the satellite first. Yes. And we'll get to Lady Snowblood, I promise.
Okay, you better get to fixing it.
So, yes, this is a movie y'all should watch. It is a comedy. Remember what I said. Drive-through, exploitation, women in prison with homosexual guards. That's what you're getting. That's what you're signing up for. So if you're offended by any of that, don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
If any of it sounds interesting, that what Anna and I have talked about tonight, you need to watch it. It's on Prime.
Yeah.
What about you, Anna? So you've seen it twice. I think I watched it 3 or 4 times the last couple of weeks. It's just on.
Yeah, just something to put on.
What did you think? What would you watch this one again?
Yes, I would watch it again, and I would also recommend people watch it because this one fits for me in the same boat as Hard Ticket to Hawaii. That one's still number 1 for me. Like Hard Ticket to Hawaii, I think is my favorite, just so bad it's good movie you have ever thrown across my desk and said, "Here, watch this."
You're welcome.
I love it so much. I bought the Blu-ray. I don't ever do that. After that, I was like, I gotta own this, and I found it. But yeah, this one, I'm gonna put this one in the same company as Hard Ticket to Hawaii. It's not as good, but it's still enjoyable. It's still enjoyable. We've had fun tonight, and like Pete said, you've got to take it for face value. Don't try to look too much into it.
No.
It's fun. If you like stuff like this and you can turn your brain off, you will have a good time with it for sure.
One of the fun things, Jack Hill, the director, does a lot of these kind of things. So if this tickled your funny bone a little bit, or went, I've awakened something inside me, look for his movies. Jack Hill is just like, he's one of those directors that this is the kind of shit that he does, and it's wonderful.
I definitely want to watch the Dollhouse one, the first part.
That's the first. So I said this was a sequel. It has some spiritual, maybe. They have no real connections.
Right.
Pam Grier and Sid Haig are in both movies. So
okay.
A sequel, maybe, sort of, kind of, not really. They're both women in prison movies. They both have Sid Haig and Pam Grier in it. So
okay.
I don't know what else to say. I think sequel is a strong word in this
Gotcha.
Even spiritual sequel is a strong word in this case, because
okay.
they're not even in the same country.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, would you watch this during the day? It sounds like you have.
No. Okay.
No?
Well, no. The only way I would watch this during the day is if no one is coming home at all whatsoever. Like I got the curtains drawn and the door closed. Tell me Marley didn't walk in on you.
She did, dude. That just reminded me.
Oh no.
But it wasn't a bad party. So
they're all bad parts.
No. Listen. So like my thing is like, everybody who knows me knows that I don't necessarily care as much about like practical gore and stuff, because she knows it's movie making and whatnot. Some people could see that and judge me for that fact. But one thing that I don't, it's like sexual stuff, sex scenes, like, nope, none of that. But as long as it's like if it's a naked woman, like just being a naked woman, like I'm okay with that because people are naked. Like we have those parts too. You know what I mean?
I get naked all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm gonna take a shower here in a minute.
I just don't want her to. I don't want her to see a woman's body or any naked body for that matter as just a body standing there and think, "Ooh, that's weird." You know what I mean? Because we're all human. But in this case, it was when she was taking a shower at the beginning and like kind of enticing the guard, and she was needing something. She wasn't even in the room. Like she walked in and she was like, "Can you do this for me?" And then I just didn't realize what was on the TV because I hadn't seen it at that point. And she was like, "Ooh, a girl booty."
There.
I was like, "Don't watch this," and I paused it. She said,
a
girl booty.
I love it. She's not wrong. That was a girl booty. Probably a number of them.
Yes, oh my gosh, so funny. I was like, "Don't watch this." I paused it. Luckily, the booty was gone at that moment.
But the booty was gone.
Booty was
Where
gone.
did the booty go?
So this was I guess yes, I technically did watch this during the day. It was more of like dusk, but yeah, I think this could be watched day or night.
I don't want people watching me see this.
Yeah.
Like,
if you're watching it by yourself and you don't have an audience,
I can't watch this at work.
Oh no. That'd be bad. Well, that does it finally, officially, for our month of action picks. Me and Pete both got one in. I think we decided going forward that we're going to try to do this with holidays. Like if it's like month of action, like Halloween, Halloween's technically Pete's pick, but I'm going to do another pick that month.
Oh,
too.
for sure. Yeah. We need to reciprocate that. It's Halloween, for heaven's sakes. And I don't, maybe Christmas, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. As long as we have the time and we're able to.
Action and Halloween, I think we can stick with that for now. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I dig it. But yeah, we hope you guys have been enjoying everything. Give Me Back, B-Action. We hope you enjoyed our Armageddon episode, everything we put out. And not only that, all of the other 23, 24 shows that are a part of Month of Action, all the movies and TV and stuff they've been doing. We hope you guys have been checking them out as well. And you can follow us all on Instagram. We are After Hours Cinema _. You got Give Me Back My the podcast, Give Me Back My Action Movies, Good Beer Bad Movie Night, B-Action, Nerd at the Movies, Flicks and Friends, Barons, All of Us Dissect, Bucket of Chum, Geeks with Beards.
Oh my God.
Doom Generation. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Who am I forgetting?
God.
Old Man Brad.
Worst People.
Bad Movies, Worst People. Cut Above, Spoils of Horror.
Cut Above. Spoils. That's right.
Spoils. Great episode with John. By the way, John was on the Eraser episode with Mickey and Charlie. That was
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, it was great. But yeah, it's been please don't at me in the Discord if I forgot any of y'all. I'm sorry. I love you all. And we all love all of our listeners who've been tuning in this month.
And any complaints, send it to Charlie at spoilsofhorror.com.
Yeah, there you go. They'll forward it to him. Captain. Always a pleasure.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
So much fun. Great month. And we'll be back next month for Pete's Pick, The Believers. Bye.
That was one hell of an action sequence, soldier. I haven't seen shooting like that since the Battle of New Hope. The month of action couldn't have done it without you. Mission accomplished.